From the plains of Oklahoma, welcome high above downtown Oklahoma City. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Warriors. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, Oklahoma City, 5.5 games behind.
And, you know, for the Thunder, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
No, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to everyone. The players, the coaches, the fans. I mean, there was the idea that they might struggle, but now reality is setting in.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Klay Thompson is capable of being a prototypical go-to guy, but his role in Golden State is more restrained. Klay said, "I don't care. I get paid handsomely in a great place, and we compete for championships year in and year out. From day one, I've been a Warrior. I'm just thankful to be here." Kevin, he likes to play ball and play with his dogs, and that's it.
He loves playing there, DA, and they love him. Thank you so much. Chris, we're getting into a new season, but already we're seeing teams hit that injury bug early on.
Yeah, Kevin, don't you just hate to see it? So hopefully those guys come back healthy. And, man, you hate seeing that, but I tell you what, again, injuries can always also have a positive effect. If you get that injured player back, let's just think you get to give guys time that didn't get that much time before. So they're getting kind of 2 seasons within one. The playoffs come, you get that healthy player back. And by the way, you have a guy that you've developed off the bench, and now you have a deeper team, a little more depth.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Green and Cauley-Stein are down low. Russell and Thompson the perimeter. And it's Curry in at the point. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Robertson is out there with Paul, and it's Nader in at the small forward position.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
And here is Paul after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. The shot by Paul, no good. Curry against Paul. Curry finds Green. Here's Thompson from deep three-point range. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
That's a feed that Green makes look way easier than it is. You got to have amazing vision to make that pass.
Robertson the bounce pass. Here's Paul. Cauley-Stein grabs the board.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Curry against Paul, and Thompson launches it from deep. And another 3 for Golden State.
And the textbook form from Thompson helps him big time, especially when he's gunning from way downtown.
Nader kicks to Paul. Here's Gallinari. To stop the run, he lays it in.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating, because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
That one from long range. 9 points for Klay Thompson.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Kevin, with the Warriors last season, again, with the top-rated offense, they make everything look so easy. I mean, great movement, great players.
Now here's Paul. He had a 30-point outing their last game against San Antonio.
Well, you don't see that very often. A wide-open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
And here's Green outside. Another 3 for Golden State. And with that Golden State offense, Chris, much of it starts with the passing.
Yeah, during this dynasty, Kevin, I mean, Warriors passing hasn't gotten enough credit. Perhaps one of the best passing teams ever. To average right around 30 assists per game a year is crazy.
And here's Russell, and Curry has it in the corner. And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Right side Curry. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Razor-sharp focus right there from Cauley-Stein, accepting the foul and pushing his way through it.
Since taking over the starting role in 2018, Willie Cauley-Stein has lived up to his draft spot of being number 6, Greg, overall in 2015.
And you knew that a big man like Cauley-Stein would take a few years to develop, but at a legit 7 feet and great length, he is everything you could hope for in a starting center.
The shot by Paul, no good.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Here's Russell with the 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Thunder. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
They looked overmatched today. I thought they lacked aggressiveness and heart out there.
Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. In third, the Warriors. Fifth on the list, the Thunder.
It's all about the fast break with these two groups. I mean, they were terrific a season ago, playing at a breakneck pace.
Gallinari outside. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Adams' shot is good.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Thompson outside. Outside for Curry, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Taking a look at some stats for Russell. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged 21 points a game, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet moves.
Plenty of space. And yes, it's good.
Exceptional instincts from the clever guard, Paul. I mean, reading the D, making the right pass.
Thompson outside, from deep, good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
He's pulling out all the tricks this quarter. They can't figure out how to stop him.
To the paint, here's Nader. Tries again. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Paul against Curry. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Thunder. They trail by 16. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking. Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Oh, the lob to Gallinari. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And Curry with the clear path to the hoop. And the shot goes down. Curry's got 5 now.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
There's 39 seconds left in the first. Here's Nader. 11 points for him in that last game against San Antonio.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Russell and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, we got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
That's a 2 from Paul, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Klay Thompson has been leading the charge for the Golden State Warriors. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Chris Paul talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
The toughest position in the NBA night in and night out is the point guard position. You know, every night you look at the board, the coach is pretty much going to say, their team goes as such and such goes. You know what I mean? So that's the toughest part, and that's probably the funnest part, too, because it's competition.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Warriors. In it forward, it's Thompson and Green. Curry and Russell are the backcourt set. And it's Looney in at the center filling out the middle. And we've seen stars, Chris, get suspended in the playoffs for having 7 technical fouls. Should we modify that rule at all, do you think?
I think it can be tweaked if everyone agrees on it. But for me personally, I don't think that we've had enough superstar players get suspended with that rule to say let's change the number. We definitely want superstar players to play in the playoffs, to play for their fans. But we also want to keep the integrity of the game. And if technicals means I get to yell at the referee more, well, then maybe I just have to have more discipline on my end and say, wait a minute, I can't do this because it's going to hurt the team. So I'm not sure about that yet.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And that one is good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
The shot by Curry, no good. The Thunder shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. And it's Gallinari missing. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And the shot goes in. Gallinari's got 4 this quarter.
They've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Green draws the double. The 10-footer. He misses it. He's 4 for 7 from the floor. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Nobody near Schroeder. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Or even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Yeah, not getting overwhelmed is important. Poise is something that you need to have in order to win on the road.
Robinson, the third, is checked in for Klay Thompson. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Second, Stephen Curry. Gallinari, fourth.
And how about the work both of them put in from the foul line? Just such a consistent, dependable performance from both.
The Thunder shooting the ball at a 43% rate here in the second. Here's Schroeder. Oklahoma City gets a new shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game. He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Gallinari wide open, and again, Oklahoma City no good. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Got that one up quick. Robinson's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Inside. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Took him no time at all on that one. 14 points for Steph Curry.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Schroeder passes to Moreland. Now here's Noel. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Schroeder finds Noel, and slam dunk by Noel.
He may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
Deep 2 from Robinson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Robinson's got 8 points.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Schroeder passes to Moreland. Gallinari surveying the D. Noel down low. Looney on him. That one goes in.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
The Warriors shooting and feeling it offensively in the second quarter. They're shooting 60%. There's Russell with a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 8 points for him.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
To the middle, here's Gallinari. Noel trying to break loose, and there's Gallinari on the assist by Schroeder.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
With his first shot attempt, and it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Got that bucket in no time at all. Schroeder's got his first points of the night.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And buckets like this get Green going. Stand up, Saginaw. He loves finishing right on the physical defense.
Schroeder with the ball. 26 points for him last game against San Antonio.
And don't leave out his rebounder, Kev. I mean, he had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Back to the action after this word.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Klay Thompson brought his A game early tonight. He had 18 points, 6 assists, and 1 block. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, how about that ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gives everyone on the floor confidence when you're playing like that.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
Yeah, Greg, and that's somewhat of a surprise. I mean, but he's been really patient and unselfish.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Robertson, and it's Nader in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Count that one.
Well, I think he's looking around wondering where the D is. I mean, nowhere near him, that's for sure. Yeah, well, Willie Cauley-Stein, I mean, last season was his best by far. He was showing the effort and finishing that made him such a high pick in 2015.
And the basket by Curry.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Well, when he's hitting from range on a consistent basis, it makes everything easier offensively.
And for Cauley-Stein, the improvement, Chris, was across the board.
Yeah, he was playing about the same amount as the year before, but it was just more impactful. I mean, he's much more tenacious on the glass, finishing better at the rims, everything you wanted to see from him.
And that's turnover number 2 on the game, doing a nice job in terms of ball control.
Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Now Paul. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Thompson outside. Lobbed up there for Green. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. On the wing, Robertson. And stolen by Russell. There's the pass to Cauley-Stein. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen by Adams. Ball against Curry. Here's Nader. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Nader's got his second basket of the night.
An 0 for 3 start to the first half is finally behind them. I mean, now maybe they can get something rolling.
And now a fast break for the Thunder. The shot's good from Robertson.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Golden State moving the ball around. Thompson from long range. He can't get that one. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. They push it up 4 on 3. There's Gallinari with the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Gallinari's got 11 points.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
On the wing, Green. Green draws the double. On its way from Curry for 2. That one wide left.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those. Well, last year, Kevin, the Warriors didn't dominate the regular season with their roster of stars. They still finished atop of the Western Conference, but were just 3rd best overall.
Pass to Gallinari. He kicks it to Paul. Here's Nader. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
And the Warriors last year, Chris, they seemingly cruised through the regular season.
Yeah, Kevin, but for a team that goes to the finals 5 straight times, I think that's natural. The Warriors showed, though, that they know when to kick it into gear, and unfortunately, it wasn't enough against the Raptors.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Warriors have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Russell kicks to Cauley-Stein. Curry outside, drops in the tray. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
And he got loose from the 3-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Pass to Adams. Paul outside. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Hate to say it, he's dragging them down. Not a single bucket.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
And checking out some numbers for Willie Cauley-Stein. Last year, getting it done. He was around 12 points per game last year, 8 rebounds and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
They double-team Curry. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Give credit to the arms of Cauley-Stein. They go on forever, which makes him the ultimate alley-oop finisher.
Here's the lob to Adams. They get it again. And there it is for him. Paul's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Paul against Curry. From deep three-point range, the rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Nader. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 6 assists here tonight.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
Yeah, I mean, they're up, but they've got to calm down and take better care of the ball.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Noel's checked in. Then for the Warriors, Alfonso McKinney's checked in for Draymond Green. Alec Burks comes in for Russell, and it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Adams down low. Cauley-Stein defending.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The offensive rebound. Shot's good by McKinney.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
Oklahoma City has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Thunder have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And one of the weaker areas for this group, only shot about 71% from the line a season ago.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
He's going to finish his career way up there on the all-time steal list. That's one thing I know about CP3.
2 points, that one goes. Roberson's got 4 points this quarter.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass, nice assist. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, that's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. They've got Livingston. He's out there with Alec Burks. Robinson is out there with Looney. And it's McKinney in at the 4-man position. You know what, Chris? Speed at any position is so vital. Who are the fastest big guys in the game right now that you admire and just can't believe how they go baseline to baseline?
The first one that comes to mind is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's a Greek freak, but he's a freak of nature in basketball. His speed, his length, his athletic ability. You love seeing him. And I say a close second, Anthony Davis. And don't forget about Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, a lot of guys that love running the floor and put that pressure on the defense every time by getting out. Now, the bounce pass is the ticket there. Very nice assist.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Now here's Diallo. Burks covering. Here's Burton. Good on the three-point shot. Burton's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's just a product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Throws it up high. Pass to Robinson. And here's Livingston. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
That's just a needless giveaway. You got to make the defense work for their turnovers.
Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Schroeder dishes to Moreland. Now here's Schroeder. He's covered closely. It doesn't go for him.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Works for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a guy you can leave alone. Not if you have any hope of closing the gap.
The pass to Noel. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Puts up a 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Well, he's not focused on the D on most possessions, but you can forget about him altogether.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And throughout his career, Sean Livingston has always had great shot selection.
Well, if Livingston only takes shots he knows he should make, I mean, career field goal of just under 50, which is very impressive for a guard like him.
That free throw missing. See, Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game. And that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs in the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that. And I love the fact that everybody's doing it together. That's not who they want guarding him. I mean, the size mismatch is just too big. All he has to do is just keep attacking the rim.
Here's Burton, guarded by Robinson. Diallo. And a miss there on the triple. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Robinson, that's good.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, showing that short area skill allows him to create some space.
Schroeder with the ball. Robinson picks him up. Passes it to Diallo. The tray. Warriors with the rebound. Looney's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, well, one interesting fact about Sean people might not know is that he was named Mr. Basketball in Illinois in his high school days. That's an honor he'll always cherish.
And the first one drops. And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, the 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really nice. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game that I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Swoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, oh, they have game. And I can't say I followed one the most because even the G League and their all-star game I follow. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all 3 of these leagues I'm in on.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Yeah, what was that? Did he forget about? Very strange. Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Burks. Here's Spellman. Golden State moving it around. Clock at 6. Smailagic. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's Ferguson. It's hauled in by McKinney. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout.
trying too hard. They didn't really think I was a star. Then I round with the odds. How did I get right here? Memories on shoulder. Maybe when it drops some tears. Baby God, that I switch place. From another life, get around my marshal. From the third of everyone just partial. From the sergeant, the captain, and marshal. Too fast, everything is slow motion. You cash and my money keep grossing.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Steph Curry.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. The Warriors have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Steph Curry.
His vision and his ball movement impressed me the most. A tremendous night for him passing the basketball.
There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. And here's Diallo. Here's Burton. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Robinson kicks to Livingston. Over Diallo. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great fit. The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set them up.
The clock now can just run out for the Warriors. Robinson misses. Now here's Diallo. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Clay, what is the key to the way you played tonight?
I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
And they found the shooter, and he shot. Thanks, Clay. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long. The fog pouring across the Golden Gate Bridge and into the Bay Area tonight. We're just about set for action. Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors. They'll go up against the Utah Jazz. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, for a team that has the unbridled ambition of the Golden State Warriors, moving to San Francisco is fitting. A city whose fortunes have risen astronomically in this era of new technology. Now in Oakland, the Warriors were comfortable and successful in an arena that they had played in since the late 60s. But for a franchise that aspires to be light years ahead of the competition, moving to a billion-dollar stadium seemed obvious. Kevin?
Oakland has been a wonderful home for the Warriors, but we know San Francisco will be too. Thanks, DA. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And going up against the Pelicans, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Zach Randolph is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Davis in at the center position. And for the Warriors, Russell and Thompson the perimeter. Green and Cauley Stein are down low, and it's Curry in at the point guard. Adjusting to the NBA game for this latest class of rookies, Doris. Always growing pains of a feeling out process. It's always interesting to watch that being put together.
There are, Kev. There always seem to be a couple of welcome to the NBA moments as a rookie. Certainly you might take your lumps here and there, but this is a talented young group. Can't wait to see what they do.
I can't either. Thompson with the bucket.
Well, the three-point shot is one of the most dangerous aspects of Klay Thompson's game. Somebody check that man.
Mitchell wide open, and the three ball is good.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
For the Utah Jazz, they won their last contest, that game against the Bucks.
You don't like to count on points from your reserves, but they had some hot hands coming off the bench.
When you get that kind of a complete effort, that's a game you're going to win far more often than not.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
The silky smooth dribble moves of Conley, so slick in how he creates for himself.
Yep, that one goes. Thompson's got 5 now.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Mitchell. Green with the block.
Simply cannot throw up that weak stuff around Draymond Green. You'll hear about it. He will relish the opportunity to send it back.
Thompson outside. Offensive rebound. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Thompson's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors. Jazz have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Outside Conley. Six on the shot clock. Davis down low. Cauley Stein defending. Thompson inside the line, and another basket for Golden State.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
One of the most voracious rebounders per minute in the NBA. Ed Davis out of North Carolina. Terrific player.
Well, he is, Kevin. He put in a ton of time in the weight room. His Portland teammates actually used to tease him and call him shirt off Ed. He has bulked up and likes to throw his weight around inside now.
And he's He's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Mitchell is doubled. Outside Conley, a 3-ball. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Boy, what a savvy veteran. Zach Randolph, what a nice job sharing the basketball. So pretty.
Man showing some terrific range. 13 points for Klay Thompson. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. No good from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Curry with the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
I'm not sure there's a more dangerous catch-and-shoot player in the NBA than Steph Curry. If you give him space, look out.
Now, here's Mitchell. A 24-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals.
And good that time.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Curry, good. And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
Well, D'Angelo Russell, one of the best mid-range scorers you'll see. He's got the floater game, the pull-up game, and with his arsenal, he can get a shot at any time.
Is checked in for Zach Randolph. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, Stephen Curry.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
And you know, Doris, another thing about D'Angelo Russell. He's not afraid of the big moment.
Kevin, he has proven that he is willing to take and make big shots. He doesn't necessarily beat you with tremendous athleticism, but it's his basketball skill that sets him apart.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
Here is Conley. Following the basket by Stephen Curry for 3. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They lead by 4. This is their first chance this season playing the Jazz.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
The putback, Davis on the follow.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Outside Curry. Another miss by Curry.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Conley gets the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
It's Curry outside. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got assist number 5 here tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Thompson outside from the arc. But they get it back. Cauley Stein passes to Thompson. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Thompson's got 16 points.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Curry with the steal. Up top, Russell. Covered by Mitchell. Russell looking around, shoots the three. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Russell. Russell's got his 6th assist on the night.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Warriors lead by 9. We'll get right back to the action when we return. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He was one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton jersey, had the shoes, everything. So when I looked at a player, I was like, you know, he plays on both ends. I want to be able to do that too.
You know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
In it forward, it's Thompson and Green. Curry and Russell are the backcourt set. And it's Looney. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Moutier with the bounce pass. Davis dishes to Mitchell. Fires from 14. Goes back up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Thompson.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The Jazz have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
He's off on the first. Doris, as you always say, there is a grace in handling wins and losses in this game, isn't there?
You know what, Kevin? There's an old saying that winning and losing are imposters, that it's everything to do with how you react to constant learning and growing experiences. And listen, everybody wants to win, but can you experience losing with grace and dignity? Can you embrace the joy of pure competition? To me, that's one of the beautiful things about the NBA. Men handle heartbreak and joy and set an example for the next generation. It's beautiful.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. And the Jazz call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. Steph Curry fourth.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Ingles in the corner, beyond the arc. The basket good off the assist from Moutier.
Well, this is the main weapon in Ingles' arsenal, right? Very quietly, one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
Well, Doris, you look at Joe Ingles, he's quietly become one of the better small forwards in the NBA.
And he is the prototypical don't judge a book by its cover, because they call him slow-mo Joe or average Joe. But dig a little bit deeper. This guy is a quality playmaker and a knockdown shooter.
And it's Davis with the jam.
You can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Moutier, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
Pass to Green, over Green, and Green with the basket on the assist by Curry. Curry's got 6 assists here tonight.
Of the 2 tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Here's Ingles. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Ingles has got 5 points now in the quarter. Warriors leading by 8. It's stolen by Moutier. And now Utah, fast break. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Curry finds Russell. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Jazz trail by 6. Now here's Moutier. He's coming off a 10-point game against Milwaukee. AT that time from Curry. Russell, no good. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Jazz. Here's Davis. Good D by Thompson. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Looney kicks to Green. Looney passes to Green. And the shot is long.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Pass to Green. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got his 4th assist in this one. Golden State moving it around. Green, there's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done. Well, the commitment to winning for the Golden State Warriors certainly began. Right, guys, ownership has made it very clear money will not be an issue in retaining their stars.
And a deep 3 from Curry. And Davis pulls it down.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
And the Warriors ownership saying they want this organization to be more than a basketball team, Doris. What do you take that to mean?
I think it means, Kevin, probably the popularity of a great team can be leveraged, right? Via marketing, via media, technology, real estate. Those other revenue streams enable them to sustain this big payroll.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
Moutier with the basket.
Well, Emmanuel Moutier, that kind of shot will up your field goal percentage, gentlemen.
Outside Curry. Right side Green. That one, no good. Great D that time from Green. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Warriors with some changes. Cauley Stein comes in for Kevon Looney. And Glenn Robinson III is subbed in for Russell. Utah also making some changes. Zach Randolph's checked in for Davis. Bogdanovich comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Mike Conley in for Mitchell. Conley finds Moutier. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Moutier's got the game tied up here for the Jazz.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
It's a tie game in San Francisco. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here with Quinn Snyder. Coach, your team has faced a lot of firepower from outside. How do you keep them from getting those three-pointers off?
Well, one, they're making them. Hopefully we can get them where they're not open and they're contested and see if they're making that many of them then. But they're getting them a variety of ways. We just got to be better.
Play outside-in defense, right? Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 19 points, 7 assists, and 1 rebound. He's been in the midst of some incredible games lately, and tonight, he's got it going again. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, I see a team that's playing smart. Moving the ball around to the open man, just taking what the defense gives him. There's a nice flow, a nice energy, a nice synergy to the game.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Well, the reserves came in and played like starters. Gave them some big points off the bench. It'll be no surprise to see them get more minutes in the second half. They definitely deserve it. Though sometimes when you get more minutes, you get exposed. We shall see.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Curry has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Zach Randolph is out there with Davis, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. Conley with a wide open look, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
A Sacramento King for his first 4 seasons. Willie Cauley-Stein was ready for a fresh start. They allowed him to leave, and he got his wish in Golden State. The athletic rim runner, a nice pickup for the Dubs.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless, but who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. The three-pointer is right on target. And that's 15 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Well, this is problematic because Donovan Mitchell can hurt you any number of ways. Driving, spotting up, you name it, he's got it.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. They've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. And all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report, thank you so much. And we're just just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Conley's shot is off.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Thompson. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Wasted no time on that one. 18 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Boy, the scary potential of Donovan Mitchell overall as a scorer, if it's a consistent three-point shot in his arsenal, forget about it, guys. Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Conley against Curry. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Mike Conley.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Stolen by Randolph. Bogdanovich passes to Conley. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And they pick up 2. Thompson's got 23.
Well, you've got to identify Klay Thompson early. In transition, he's so dangerous. Guys, when you think about the Jazz, you are talking about an elite defensive unit. Rudy Gobert in the middle, the defensive player of the year, and the guys around him are committed to the scheme and outstanding individual defenders.
Randolph. Count it. Good.
How about that? Take the bump through contact. What incredible touch by Zach Randolph.
Curry finds Green. Back to Curry. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And the pass to Thompson. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket. And the Jazz very disciplined at the defensive end.
Now, Kevin, you have a veteran squad with the anchor Rudy Gobert, one of the elite shot blockers in the entire league. And this is a group that's so important here. They defend without fouling.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And the Jazz call time here.
I don't think it's possible to overstate just how revolutionary a player Steph Curry is because of the way he has changed the spacing on the floor. Never before have we seen a player who shape-shifts the defense like Steph does. And that is because once he crosses half court, you better guard him.
Robinson's checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Russell. Utah also making some changes. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Davis. And it's Dante Exum in for Mitchell. Exum kicks to Ingles. Exum dishes to Conley. Passes it to Randall. Just 5 to shoot. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Randolph's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Right side, Green. And another assist for him.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. To the inside. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to 7. Good work from Ingles.
Well, how about the outstanding vision from the crafty point guard, Dante Exum, seeing the floor beautifully.
Green. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Exum with a wide open look. Off target from three-point range.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Curry with it. Conley picks him up. Curry passes to Green. Shoots over Exum, and Green with the basket on the assist by Curry. 16 points for Draymond Green. Now Conley. 9 points in the game so far. Lets it fly. Again, the Jazz score. And so it's the Golden State Warriors bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Livingston. He's out there with Alec Burks. Robinson is out there with Cauley Stein. And it's McKinney in at the 4. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's Randolph. They grab their own miss. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Exum.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, Burks is a lethal three-point threat. This guy has such an effortless shooting stroke.
Exum finds Bogdanovich. Nice ball movement by Utah. And finished off by Exum.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Pass to Moutier. That's tipped. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Robinson leading the charge.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Now here's Moutier. He's covered by Livingston. A shot by Randolph. Nobody around. A three-pointer, no good. Warriors leading by 8. Down low, here's McKinney. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen, Greg, great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Jazz.
Boy, how about the Warriors enjoying this beautiful new arena, the Chase Center. What an incredible amount of work went into getting this built, and that was before they even broke ground, guys.
He had stolen by Ingles. Poked loose. Dishes to Exum. Back to Ingles. Now here's Exum, guarded by Robinson. Randolph, shot clock at 6. The shot that time not on target. And it's Livingston with the ball for the Warriors. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. He had stolen by Ingles. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Moutier with the ball. And Burks picks him up defensively. And the foul on Alec Burks. That's his first foul. And the Warriors with some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Robinson. And it's Russell in for Alec Burks. Utah also making some changes. Davis comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Mitchell in for Exum. And the Jazz call time here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
The sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got them going, guys.
Warriors leading by 7. Thompson outside, over Ingles. The shot by Thompson, no good. Utah's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. And it's Mitchell missing. Warriors have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists in the game. Got a piece of it. Moutier pass to Davis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, it's all right. This is going to come out of the blue here. But if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner 3, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. That misses off the backboard. Jazz trail by 10. Mitchell with it. He's picked up by Russell. And the wide open shot from Green. And the 3 off target. The Warriors have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
Well, Klay Thompson's simply one of the best to do it in the NBA right now when it's a catch-and-shoot situation.
Here's Conley. Here's Mitchell. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Mitchell's got it back down to single digits for the Jazz. To the paint. Here's Green. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
How good is Green at drawing solid contact? He plays with a ton of heart. He's really good at making the defense commit.
He hits the first one, and that will push the lead to double digits.
Well, there's a certain hunger to the way Draymond Green approaches an NBA game, and that in and of itself is a skill.
Zach Randolph is checked in for the Jazz. Bogdanovich comes in for Joe Ingles. Utah has gone outside a lot tonight, 17 times in fact, 7 of 17. They double team Conley. Pass to Randolph from outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. 1:19 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Russell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Michael Conley picks one up.
Wow, so quick on the drive. D'Angelo explodes to the cup, and he makes the defender foul him.
The first one falls. So he gets them both.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
And the Jazz call time here. They trail by 13. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. Now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Steph Curry.
And this game has been a showcase for his exceptional court vision. All night long, he's been seeing plays develop way before anyone else and never missed a chance to find the open man. It's been teamwork and ball movement at its finest.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. 1:14 left in the fourth. Conley against Green. Bogdanovich wide open. Misses off the right iron. And the Jazz say they need a fundamentally sound process to building their roster. Yours, no shortcuts.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. This is a group that has to be value-spaced with their free agent acquisitions in a small market. The draft picks have got to be smart. Their teaching and cultivating of that talent and development is absolutely critical.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Warriors.
They had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this four-game season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Steph Curry.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
To the middle, looking for Conley. He gets it there. Here's the three. Can't hit that one. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, for the last few years, the Lakers have been in some turmoil in Los Angeles. Now, they have had some tough luck with injuries that set them back some. But inconsistent effort, execution, and roster construction was also a concern. But a summer of moves that was topped by acquiring Anthony Davis has drastically improved the roster. The question remains, though, have they done enough to now contend in the West? Kevin?
A lot riding on it. Thanks, David. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Houston. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for Golden State, they made their presence felt right from the opening tip, taking matters into their own hands and showing no let-up.
Now Golden State's starting 5. In at forward, it's Thompson and Green. Curry and Russell are the backcourt set, and it's Cauley-Stein in at the center position. And for the Lakers, up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings, and it's Cook in at the 1. Smitty, when a team underperforms early in the season, fans tend to go crazy. I mean, they just can't figure out why this is happening. But what are the players saying to each other on the bench, when they're traveling, in the locker room?
You know, I think when you're having great communication, Kevin, when guys amongst each other, you're trying to get through it, you're working through it. Whether you get through it or not is fine. I think there's a sign that things are going wrong. Kevin, you hear about these player-only meetings. When you start having 2 or 3 of those, that's when the ship is starting to go south.
And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Floats it up for James. The shot's good from Kuzma. Kuzma's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Lakers. Thompson outside from downtown. Kuzma pulls it in. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look, and it's off from three-point range. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Curry gets the bucket.
Range that extends out to the parking lot. How do you guard that?
LeBron against Thompson. The shot's good from LeBron.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Thompson inside the line. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Nice play call. You know Clay's deadly in the catch-and-shoot game. Get him the rock.
Let's hit 5 from 18. That one a little long.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
A nice shot by LeBron. James has got his second bucket.
In a class by himself, no one matches up with LeBron in transition.
Here's Russell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here is Cook. Here's Davis. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
You see the weight that AD's added to his frame over the years. Now invites contact.
Drills the three-pointer.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And James with the basket on the assist from Cook. LeBron's got 6. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played.
And for the Warriors, 5 straight finals appearances, something that hasn't been done since Bill Russell's Celtics of the 60s.
And those 5 appearances, Greg, produced 3 titles and was close to another one. Last year's finals not ending the way they wanted. Injuries certainly played a role. We'll see if they can make it back this season.
Oh, he jams it right over Draymond Green. Wow.
What a dribble move by LeBron. All you can do is sit back and admire it.
Murray finds Green. He blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Caldwell Pope. Nice D from Russell. The Warriors leading. Thompson inside the line. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
And the dunk by James.
Well, AD attracts so much attention. He's learned to stay patient and just locate the open man.
Outside Curry. From deep three-point range, they get it back. Green. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Davis in the corner. Knocks down the 3 ball. 5 points in the game.
Boy, you look at the confidence AD has in that shot, and the team runs plays for him to shoot it.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Takes a 3. Connects from three-point range.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
Here's Cook. That one misses. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Thompson for the triple. And another 3 for Golden State.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's James coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. Great D that time from Green. Warriors leading by 6. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the Suns in Phoenix.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
What was beautiful, it was a tremendous game plan coming in. You saw the execution, and you saw the results.
And typically, he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And stolen by Russell. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
James looking it over. Right side Davis. Shot to stop the run and finished off by Davis.
Credit the vision of LeBron. Leave even one guy open, he'll find him.
On its way from Curry for 2. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Curry's got 11.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Green down low with Looney. Russell and Thompson the perimeter. And it's Curry in at the 1 spot. You know what, Smitty, if you track his movement, you can see how active Steph Curry is when trying to get open.
As a guard, it's so impressive to see how Curry moves and relocates to get a shot off. He works harder than everyone else in the league to free up that extra time and that daylight that he needs to get a shot up.
Here's Looney. He's guarded by Cousins. And they double up Russell. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Thompson for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's Green with the jam.
This is something Danny has been working on, putting the ball on the floor and taking it strong.
It's picked off. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Now here's Curry. What a tremendous game he played against Utah. He gets it in there. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
He's on a team with great mid-range shooters. It's starting to rub off on Draymond Green.
Now here's Cousins, guarded closely. Here's Cook. And it's Looney with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Here is Cook after the made shot from Klay Thompson. James, and LeBron throws it down.
Crazy to think about how many seasons LeBron's played and how many nights we've seen him do this.
Pass to Thompson. From deep. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 8th assist in the game.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here is Cook. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Cousins. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Warriors leading by 15. Pass to Thompson. From deep three-point range, another three for Golden State. Steve, we've seen a few guys score close to 70 points in a game recently. Devin Booker of Phoenix certainly has gotten to that mark. Who might be the next guy to get to 70?
I think James Harden, because the way he shoots the three ball and gets to the free throw line, he's one. Steph Curry for sure. Kevin Durant. And I think Giannis in a few years, if he can start knocking down those threes, because I'm sure he can get about 40 points in the paint, 10 at the line, but he needs to knock down a few threes.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Trailing by 19. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
So you know each game they play will hold a lot of importance to both teams.
Here's Green, following the basket by LeBron James. Here is Cook. On the wing, Green. He's guarded by Russell. LeBron passes to Howard. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Green missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Green. Off the left rim and out.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Nice shot by Thompson.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Lakers trail by 20. James finds Cousins. Chalk up 2 there. Cousins has got 4 points in the quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Outside for Curry. They double team Curry. And there's Green on the assist by Curry. And it's 6 points for Draymond Green.
And whenever Green gets contact, he is so crafty at finding ways to get the bucket.
Cook looking it over. And it's Howard finishing it off.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
54 seconds left in the first half. On the wing, Thompson. And another 3 for Golden State.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Here is Cook, guarded by Curry. James, and the dunk by LeBron.
A competitor in everything he does. LeBron with the strong finish.
Curry outside. A rebound by the Lakers. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. is Cook, guarded by Kerr. Off target at the rim. Warriors leading by 19 points. And stolen by Howard. Russell against Green. James outside. But they recover it. Howard up on top. 3 seconds left. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Howard's